Hi and welcome to my video on Lafarge Africa's H1 2025 numbers. Those are numbers for the first 6 months of 2025. About the firm, Lafarge can trace its roots to 1959 when it was incorporated as the West African Portland Cement Company, WAPCO, and even now, it's if you look at most trading platforms, you have WAPCO as the ticker symbol. It's yet to be effected. Change has been yet to be effected to Lafarge Africa. So began was incorporated in 1959, began operations in 1961. That means this firm is almost as old as the country. It's one of three listed players on the NGX. The other two are Dangote Cement and Boa Cement. Um, Lafarge currently operates four plants: Shagamu and Ewekoro. Those are located in Ogun State. Ashaka, I think, in Gobe State. And Mamfonsing, that's in Cross River State. I'm not too sure if Ashaka plant is still operational. If I'm wrong, do let me know. But this is the data that I found online. Installed production capacity of 10.5 million tons per annum. Um, Recently, in fact, yesterday to be precise, the firm approved, Lafarge's board approved its merger with Unisem and Atlas Cement. Atlas Cement is a bag handling and cement distribution company, while Unisem is a cement production facility that is located on a vessel. So H1 2025 numbers, numbers were good. Top line, bottom line. Top line meaning revenue, bottom line meaning profit. So you had a 74.9% increase in profit to revenue rather to 516 billion, while profit after tax was 132 billion, up over 300% from the previous year. So just to take it one more time, the firm made 516.9 billion in revenue, up 74.9%, and 132.6 billion naira in profit, up 352% to be precise. But you can also look at the numbers in terms of Q1 and Q2. And that was something that I did. So, because you have 4 quarters in a financial year, and then you have the first 2 quarters, just if you want to model properly, put the two side by side. I'm looking at these numbers. You had revenue barely up less than 10%. Profit rose at a faster rate. So I'm now wondering, is it that this firm had took a price increase? Because if your revenue didn't go up, granted you had net increase in finance income or net finance cost in Q2, but if you put all the numbers together, and yes, you have decently lower cost of sales, I don't think all these movements accounted for the jump in profit after tax, which is, up 72.7% compared to the previous quarter. So I suspect that this firm probably had an increase in price. And Lafarge typically doesn't hold calls. If not, it would have been nice. So one could have a bit more color on this. Now, my targets, and if you follow me on Twitter, you could probably see where I'd sketched this out. As of when I shot this, 100 stock was trading at 127 naira and 16 kobo. If you assume that the firm repeats the same performance in the second half of the year, you get full year EPS of 16 naira. Now, remember that the quarter in which we are is typically, if memory serves me correct, the raining season, right? So if Q2 numbers were that good, Q2 is what? April, May, June. Part of the rainy season you have is when? Q3. So I suspect Q3 numbers may be a bit soft. But worst case scenario, I think they can easily do 16 naira, apply a 10x multiple, and then you have 116 naira. So that's potential upside of about 25.8%. Now, for dividend forecast, typically this firm tends to pay about 60% of its earnings out. If you check the last 2 years ago, I think last year it pays about 60%. Year before that, I think it was less than 20%. But those numbers were much lower. So if you check the website, I have an article up. I probably would include the sketch or the numbers, the sheet that has that in the page. If you estimate that they're going to do 60% of earnings, I mean 60% gives you total payout of 9. Interim dividend they paid was 4 naira. So I mean you can estimate they might pay another 5-6 naira as final dividend. At current yield, it's 7% as dividend yield at its current price. Now, typically I like to see a dividend yield in my mind. I mean 10 to 20% is nice. So really, to me, this stock isn't a dividend play because 7% dividend yield is small. Now, if the price drops back a bit, so if it comes down to maybe 105, 110, then sure, your dividend yield goes up a bit, but it's more of a capital appreciation play going by the numbers I've shown. As always, please remember this is not financial advice. You need to do your own research. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Any questions you can drop in the comment section, and I'll be more than willing to take them. You can also send an email to info@greentickertales.com. Have yourself a great trading day ahead.